Mama Natural had high-risk pregnancies? Yes, it's true, and in this video, I'll tell you why. It's episode 10 of In Real Life. This episode is brought to you by My Cognac Sponge. Rejuvenate your skin with My Cognac Sponge. From the moment Michael and I said I do, my mom was asking me, when are you gonna have babies? Because she loves kids, she loves being a grandma. And I had to tell her, back off. We want to have some time as a newlywed couple. And I'd heard from so many of my friends that having children really changes things. So if you can help prevent it for the first year or so, do, because you just want to spend time bonding as a couple. And that's really what we did. We traveled, we went out to eat, we had late nights, we went and saw concerts, we slept in on the weekends, things that obviously don't happen when you have young children. And it was really awesome. But after 2 years, my mom again started pressuring me, when are you gonna have kids? And I found it ironic because my mom herself was born when her mom was 42 years old. That's right, my grandmother, who also happened to be named Genevieve, and she also happened to have my birthday, August 8th, had 7 children between the ages of 34 and 44. Okay, this woman was seriously a natural mama. She gave, obviously, natural births. She breastfed. She cloth diapered. I don't think they had a lot of options back then, but she also had raw milk delivered to her house every week. Again, I think that was the norm back then. But even in the 40s, she was seeing a chiropractor, she was getting colonics, she took daily cod liver oil. So I have to say, when we finally decide, okay, it's time to try to have kids, because you never know how that's gonna go, there was a little bit of fear and trepidation, okay? And probably a lot of it was subconscious, but we are kind of told a lot, if you're in your 30s, that it can be hard to get pregnant, that there's lots of risks to getting pregnant. You hear these stories about how really women, ideally should have babies like in their, late teens, early 20s. Now, while there is some truth to that for sure, I think that we've been sold a bill of goods because, like I said, my grandmother was having babies in her 40s. My other grandmother had a baby at 43. Michael's grandmother had a baby at 40. Women had babies in their late 30s and 40s, even back in the day, okay? So it was happening, it can happen, and it can still continue to happen. And, by God's grace, we got pregnant very easily with both of our pregnancies. And I had great pregnancies, even though I was considered high risk. I had Griffin when I was 35. I had Paloma when I was 38. And I didn't have any complications. They went really well. And I think some of that was due to the fact that I took really good care of myself and followed a real food diet and got a lot of rest and just took care of myself. So I just want to share that as an encouragement in case any moms are out there and they're in their 30s and they're thinking, oh my gosh, can this happen or can we do this? Yes, you can. And for moms who struggle or moms-to-be who struggle with infertility, let me just say that it sucks, that I've walked with a lot of friends that have struggled with this. And it is really hard. And there are no simple answers all the time. People can say, oh, eat real food, get a lot of sleep. That doesn't always do the trick. I have written a post on this and I get really deep and granular. So I hope you'll check it out if you are struggling with infertility. I'll have a link to that in the video description below. But I also want to give a word of encouragement that my friends, a couple of friends that had struggled with this, all of them ended up triumphant. So if you just keep at it and just keep walking forward, you will become a mom no matter what that looks like. So if you're in your 30s and you're wondering, can I get pregnant and have a natural birth? I've got 2 resources for you. The first is a new post that went up today. There's tons of empowering information in this, great news studies that really talk about the positive outcomes of having babies in our late 30s. Also, my dear friend Krista from The Whole Journey just published this book, like literally 2 days ago, with her friend Willow Buckley, who is a doula and a homeopathic practitioner. And this book is just loaded with awesome and empowering information. So Krista goes through diet and lifestyle changes you can make, different homeopathic remedies that you can use, and she also has a preconception detox diet, which I love this idea. Actually, Michael and I both followed a preconception diet 6 months before we tried to get pregnant because it really can set a stage for a healthy pregnancy. So be sure to check out this book if you're in this camp. I'll have a link to it in the video description below.
And now a word from our sponsor.
My skincare routine is really simple. Every night I wash my face with water and one of these sponges. This is the My Cognac Sponge, and it's not a sea sponge. It is made out of a root vegetable, the elephant yam root. I love them because they're really gentle, they're natural, and they don't dry out my skin. Now they are launching this new product they wanted me to tell you about, which is the green tea variety. Now this is great because it's high in antioxidants, good for the skin. It's great for all different types of skin too. Now if you notice here the comparison of a competitor's green tea cognac sponge, the reason why I love the My Cognac brand is they don't use fancy dyes to make it brighter green. Theirs is completely natural. It's just the cognac fiber and natural green tea leaves, as it should be. Now right now they're extending a very special offer for Mom Natural viewers. You can get 20% off of your order on Amazon.com using the coupon code OBUNNY20. So if you want one, order it soon because this is only good for 1 week.
Yummy.
Okay, here is this week's groceries. As you can see, I did a ton of plants this week. We were out of town for a couple of days, and I always find that it's harder for me to get my fruits and veggies in, so I am craving them. So tons of stuff. Lots of great apples for the season, pomegranates, lemon and limes, bananas, gingers, avocados, pears, little clementines, which are so easy to pack in Griffin's lunch. And then I got a lot of lettuce. I'm gonna do some juicing this week with all these different fruits and veggies. I also like to make smoothies, and I'll just put romaine lettuce in it. And you can taste it, but it's really good for you. We also got some broccoli. Miss Paloma ate about half of this container in the store. Gotta love her. And then here, lots of berries. So these are organic whole blueberries. I love this brand. It's called Green Wise. It's from Publix, and they taste great. Sometimes frozen fruit doesn't taste good. It tastes like unripe when you defrost it, but this stuff tastes really yummy. Raspberries, we also got, and strawberries. And I also got this. I'm going to throw this in my smoothie too. It's just Aki berry packets, and they're unsweetened. You just open them, pop them in your smoothie, and they're not high in sugar, even natural sugar, and it tastes really good, and it's a great blast of antioxidants. And then Papa Natural loves to throw these sweet peas into his smoothies that he shares with the kids, and they have no idea, but it's a great way for them to get in some green. And then over here, I'm going to be having company in this week, and I'm going to be making them chicken marabella, which is a Mediterranean dish with olives and olive oil and capers. And then I always serve it with this organic sprouted brown rice. This is my favorite. It tastes so amazing, nutty. It's short grain. I love it. And then I also got this gluten-free pancake mix. I like it. It's by Pamela. It's really simple ingredients. It has rice flour and basically almond meal and some buttermilk. It's just really simple. I like to eat gluten-free. I find Griffin does better if he doesn't have gluten in his diet as well. And I also got these pad thai noodles. I'm super excited. I'm going to be making shrimp pad thai this week based on a recipe from Real Plan, so I'll be sure to share that with you. Here's some grass-fed yogurt. I love that grass-fed is going mainstream because grass is what cows are supposed to eat. And then we got some garlic and onions, and then our meat for the week, chicken thighs, chicken breast, and some steaks. I also have some, be picking up some shrimp and fish from the fish market, some carrots and onions, and that is our haul this week.
Aww. Say hi. What are you doing?
Paloma, do you like to go in the water? Do you like to go swimming? All right, 2. Almost.
How about you? Was your pregnancy high risk? For whatever reason, how did you feel about that, and what was the outcome? Share with us in the comments below.